It's been more than 2 months since a dog walker discovered the toddler in a bag on the beach around Deer Island. In the following days, profilers came up with this picture and these clothes. Detectives have followed hundreds of leads from 36 states and several different countries. They're now delving into high-tech tests on her hair, teeth, and clothes.
She was a beautiful child with bright eyes and an infectious smile, full of innocence and promise. But Bella Bond's life, tragically cut short, became a haunting symbol of a broken system and the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors. Today, we're covering a deeply tragic case involving a young girl who became known to the world as Baby Doe before her true identity was revealed. Bella Bond, a 2-year-old child from Boston, Massachusetts, was found dead in a trash bag on the shore of Deer Island in June 2015. For months, authorities and the public were left wondering who she was, and her case garnered nationwide attention. Let's dive into the heart-wrenching story of Bella Bond, the investigation that revealed her identity, and the tragic circumstances that led to her death. It all began on June 25, 2015. A woman walking her dog along the rocky shores of Deer Island, Massachusetts, made a chilling discovery. There, wrapped in a trash bag and concealed inside a zebra-striped blanket, lay the tiny body of a toddler. Investigators couldn't immediately identify her, but her image, a computer-generated photo showing her long brown hair, sweet chubby cheeks, and big brown eyes, would soon captivate the nation. An artist's rendering of the girl, who was affectionately nicknamed Baby Doe, was widely shared in hopes of identifying her. The image went viral, reaching millions of people across the country. For nearly 3 months, investigators worked tirelessly to uncover her identity. Tips poured in, and her photo was shared millions of times across social media. But who was this little girl? And how did she end up abandoned and lifeless by the water's edge? After months of investigating, authorities finally identified Baby Doe as Bella Bond, a 2-year-old whose life had been tragically cut short. Born on August 6, 2012, Bella Nevi Amoroso Bond entered the world as a symbol of hope for her mother, Rachelle Bond. Bella's father, Joseph Amoroso, had little involvement in her life. Rachelle, who struggled with addiction and financial instability, was left to raise Bella under challenging circumstances. Rachelle's life was riddled with turmoil. She had a history of substance abuse and legal troubles. Despite these struggles, those who knew Bella described her as a vibrant, happy child who deserved so much more than the life she was given. In 2015, Rachelle Bond entered a relationship with McCarthy, a man with a troubled past and a fascination with occult beliefs. Friends and neighbors noticed a shift in Rachelle after she met Michael. The once doting mother appeared increasingly withdrawn, and Bella's presence in public became less frequent. On the surface, Rachelle and Michael seemed like any other couple trying to navigate life. But behind closed doors, a nightmare was unfolding, one that would culminate in unthinkable tragedy.
This child, whose very name means beauty, was murdered.
Somber investigators gave her a name, Bella Neva Amoroso Bond, not quite 3 years old. Her mother, 40-year-old Rachelle Bond, charged as an accessory. Her boyfriend, 35-year-old Michael McCarthy, charged in her death. It was a tip called into Boston police that sparked a marathon 24-hour investigation, ending in the arrest.
The truth about Bella's fate came to light in September 2015 when a tip led investigators to Rachelle Bond. According to Rachelle, Michael McCarthy had killed Bella in their apartment after becoming convinced that she was a demon. She claimed Michael struck Bella in the abdomen, causing her death, and later stuffed her tiny body into a trash bag before discarding it in Boston Harbor. Rachelle admitted to helping Michael cover up the crime, a chilling betrayal of her own daughter. For months, she kept Bella's death a secret, even as the nation rallied to identify Baby Doe. In court, Michael McCarthy denied any involvement in Bella's death, shifting the blame onto Rachelle. However, evidence, including Rachelle's testimony and forensic findings, painted a damning picture of his guilt. Rachelle, who pleaded guilty to accessory charges, became the prosecution's key witness, detailing the horrific events that led to Bella's death. She was sentenced to time served and released under probation. Many people criticized her release, arguing that she played an active role in covering up her daughter's death and should have faced harsher punishment.
In light of the vulnerability of the victim, the circumstances that surrounded the cover-up of her death, I determined that he should not be parole eligible for at least 20 years. So with that, I'll have the clerk impose a sentence.
McCarthy, please stand up. The jury, having returned a verdict of guilty against you of murder in the second degree, the court, in consideration of your offense, now sentences you to the Massachusetts Correctional Institution at Cedar Junction for enduring your natural life with parole eligibility after 20 years.
In 2017, Michael McCarthy was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 20 years. The discovery of Bella's identity and the details of her death sent shockwaves through the community. The disturbing revelation painted a picture of a household filled with neglect, drug use, and violence, with Bella being the ultimate victim of this toxic environment. The heartbreaking details of Bella's life emerged during the trial, how she had been failed by those who were supposed to protect her. Her mother's failure to act, combined with Michael's violence, led to the untimely death of an innocent child who never had the chance to experience a safe and loving home. How could a child so young, so innocent, have been so tragically failed by those meant to protect her?
Complete strangers came out to grieve for baby Bella, to pray for this child, and noticeably absent was her biological family. Go to heaven, they never met her, but many here will tell you they loved her.
I just don't understand how people can do this with such a young child. She couldn't have done anything very wrong.
It just wasn't fair. And, she'll live in our hearts.
Hours after Bella Bond's mother and boyfriend were arraigned, some might say the toddler's real family mourned her loss.
Fly high among the stars in the sky.
It's just one of those things that you just can't wrap your brain around. It's just so horrible and so bizarre. And the more you think about it, the worse it is. When you try to just think of what her life was like.
She was stolen from all of us, but what was also stolen from her was the opportunity to be a kid.
Lieutenant Bob Murphy.
It was an opportunity to thank law enforcement for sleepless nights.
In Bella's memory, community gatherings and vigils were held, with people from across Boston coming together to mourn her loss. The image of Baby Doe, once shared widely as a symbol of mystery and tragedy, was now known as Bella Bond, a young girl who deserved so much more than the life she had been given. Her death prompted many to call for better resources and intervention for children living in abusive or neglectful environments. The tragic case of Bella led to increased scrutiny of the child welfare system in Massachusetts. Bella had been previously reported to Child Protective Services, yet she had somehow fallen through the cracks. Many wondered if more could have been done to save her, sparking discussions about how to improve the system and prevent similar tragedies from happening to other children. While Bella Bond's life was cut short, her legacy lives on. Her case has inspired countless individuals to advocate for at-risk children and demand accountability from social services. Today, Bella is remembered not as Baby Doe, but as a little girl who deserved so much more. A life filled with love, care, and opportunity. Her memory serves as a call to action to ensure the safety and well-being of all children. Bella's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of protecting those who cannot protect themselves. As we remember her, let's continue to fight for the safety and well-being of children everywhere. Thank you for watching, and let's keep Bella's memory alive by making a difference in the lives of others. Thank you for joining me on this journey through another case. Remember, the stories we cover aren't just tales of mystery, they are real lives impacted by tragedy. If you found this case insightful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dive into true crime. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, sometimes the darkest places can be closer than we think. Until next time.